Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Cape Rugby TV. Of course, on a weekly basis, taking a look at what's happening in the world of club rugby. Big thanks, of course, to our partners on board with us, Score Energy Drinks. Remember, you can win yourself a case of Score during the course of the show. Score is, of course, on board with Western Province Rugby and the Western Province Club Rugby Sevens, MChem 24-hour pharmacy and Thorburn Security Solutions. Right, folks, remember you can win a case of Score, a case of Bashu's cool drinks, as well as a set of Cape Rugby TV masks during the course of the show. So stay tuned. We'll tell you how to do that in a second. Nice full show for you this evening. We're, of course, again focused on women's rugby. We're going down to the training session. This is after their solid win against Border this past weekend. We'll catch up with Cindy Boy Babalwalacha, as well as assistant coach Jongi Nokwe. We then stay at the HPC where we catch up with the under-20s. They're, of course, getting ready for the under-20 Currie Cup later in the year. And this week's selected fixture is the friendly fixture between Strand and Hands and Hearts. So that's going to be fantastic to see. A little bit of running rugby. And then we're going down to Unimil practice session where we catch up with head coach Ishmael Dolly and the squad behind the scenes. And we'll close off for you with Danelle Rousseau, DHL Western Province Women's Rugby team's manager. Of course, just talking to us a little bit about how the team is doing. But right now, let's go behind the scenes, the Western Province Rugby Women's squad. We catch up with some of the players and, of course, Jongi Nokwe behind the scenes at the High Performance Centre.
It is a nice feeling because I can say that a rugby field or when you are here, you feel like you are home because that's where we spend most of our time together as a family. So it is really a nice feeling because now we are chilling as a team and then we are seeing good things that are coming. Even the competition that now is double round is also nice because now you know you don't have time for anything. The only time that you have is a little bit of whatever that you're going to do and then rugby. And to being the top of the log, it's something big, like it's something amazing. Now you have to make sure that you have to fix all your errors and make sure that in the next round you have to implement and give the good rugby. Yes, it was a tough game. I would say that it was one of the games that we could play freely and play clean rugby. So we enjoy it and we know that they're gonna come and they did come hard. It's just that it's our home and we give everything that we have and we are used to the field more than them and they invite the temperature and stuff. So we're better than them because of those things. Yes, I'll say that it's a good platform with everything that is happening around. For example, to play in a big field that is, we normally see big teams that are playing on that field, sevens and stuff like that. So now, when you are playing on those fields, you could see that there are changes and everything that is coming, all right, for the Western Province team and for the rugby in general.
A very long 2-3 years without games and to come back to so much rugby, a whole double round, which was something we've never experienced before, is just absolutely phenomenal. A meeting with our arch rivals Border is always quite a humdinger of an experience. Look, Eastern Cape is home of African rugby, I believe, and the girls brought it exceptionally to us. But of course, rugby is a game that you win on the scoreboard more than anything else. But on field, I think that it was a great challenge and also a bit of a wake-up call, for us in terms of saying we must work exceptionally hard if we want to stay at number one and be number one. I think that we've never been short of talent in our country, specifically the Western Cape, and having games being live streamed and broadcasted is a platform for the girls to showcase their talent, but more than that, to showcase the capabilities of the team holistically. And I think that I may be the first African woman to have played overseas or professionally overseas. I think that this platform, the fact that it is now broadcast, means that in fact we can have a second one, third one, right into infinity. So it's amazing that really our games are being broadcasted. Yeah, absolutely. I think that speaks primarily to the investment in developing women's rugby in the Western Cape, whether it be in the form of coaching staff, resources, money, whatever. So having young girls graduating to the senior fold also speaks to our continuity as a team, because I may not play, for too many seasons, or Cindy, the senior players as well. So I think that the fact that we are able to merge, youth with seniority, for me is a massive boost and heartwarming for me as well, because the young ones bring a wonderful energy, and the older ones bring a bit of wisdom and experience, and that sort of molds us and makes us gel better into the top of the league team that we currently are.
Yeah, no, it's true, Ed, what you say. Like, if you notice, like the first week we start and now, you can see like each and every week we just getting better and better and better. As a coaches, like we know you're gonna be like this, because the girls now, they didn't play rugby for long. Now we know like you're gonna take time to getting gel and then getting better. But now, as like you say, like we're getting better by every week, and we're quite happy at the moment. Yeah, no, of course, but I will talk about the Sharks first. We didn't undermine the Sharks. We know is like if we go up in KZN, the Sharks, they always give us a tough time. I remember, I think 2019 or 2018 we go there, we couldn't get a bonus point. We just get the 4 points, and then we tell the girls, listen girls, if you go up to KZN, it's not easy to get the 5 points. You need to work hard. And the same happened in that, like last week, we get that 4 points, but we are quite happy to get 4 points if you watch that game, because Sharks, they keep on coming to us, but we didn't show that panic. We've been calm on defense, and then defense they help us. And then last week was border, like number 1 and 2 was sort of the final before the final. And if you follow this IPL, every time Western Province play against border, it's always a big game, it's always the final, and we know what we expect against border. That's the thing that's nice about this competition. We know if we manage that, we stop in that physicality, then we can to win. But if we can't manage that physicality, it's whereby they're gonna pull us. But I think last week we were more prepared. We prepared nice, and we watch border. We know where's the weak points, where's the strong points, and then we make it. We combine those things, and then we go forward. That's why we managed to beat them like that big score. Yes, of course, it's true. It's really true. What SA Rugby they did this, I think, was unbelievable, and especially to those girls, because in the previous years, the girls, they never be on TV, even the final. But what SA Rugby did this, that's a brilliant thing. That's a nice thing. Now the girls, they've been getting exposed. Even now, if they walk around in the town now, they say Jesus, someone they notice us. I say, hey, I saw you on TV. Those things, they never happened before. But all of a sudden now they happen, and also probably maybe there's teams in overseas, maybe they are watching for them. You will never know, probably maybe after this tournament, 1 or 2 girls, they can get a call up and then they can get a contract somewhere else, which means will be good for them. I think that's a strong point about Western Province. If you look at in the junior structure, we got under 16 and then under 18, and also if you look at each and every year, in the seniors, there was few girls that come from those juniors from under 16 and under 18, they're becoming like the seniors. For example, this year you look at Paki, she was in under 18, and Iris. Now they're in the senior team, and look at the way they play in the senior team, look like they've been there for a while, but it's just the first season. Which means it's those development we did from under 16 and under 18, those structures and the coaching they get from the juniors till end up to the seniors. That's why it was quite easy for them to just slot it in easy.
Welcome back, folks. Yes, the DHL Western Province Rugby Women's Squad doing fantastic there, and Cindy Boy, of course, leading from the front with great a great experience around it with the likes of Bibi or Babalwa Lacha, as we know, and of course Jongi Nokwe, who we of course are no strangers to, doing such fantastic work. Things still tough, but the team keeps rising to the challenge. That is fantastic. Folks, we'll take an ad break. When we come back from the break, we'll carry on talking club rugby. Back in a sec.